So what we're going to do today is really help you with that craving for lager. And I know that you've got these great intentions to step through a Slimming World door and really get on plan. But I know that in the past that you've struggled, haven't you, with the sticking to plan purely because that craving for lager and that taste. So just want to explain a little bit about how that's been for you in the past.
Yeah, so been a Slimming World Target member before, but didn't drink alcohol back then, and then reintroduced alcohol back into my life, and I've tried to rejoin Slimming World, but in my mind it's the lager that's setting me back because it's so calorific and so sinful in terms of it would just blow your sins out the water.
Yeah.
But I've just got an unwillingness to swap it out for anything else. So for me, if I'm not perfect with the plan, I therefore can't do it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I like to be able to follow the sins as they're prescripted, and I wouldn't be able to do that with lager. So yeah, so I think it would help me to not drink lager. It would help my slimming success, I feel.
So that lager that's behind you at the moment, if you just want to bring that to the screen and we'll just take a look at that. You've got there prepared. So is that a Beck's that you've got?
It's a Beck's, yeah. And so I drink usually Birra Moretti usually, which I've got in the fridge as well. But this one looks particularly appealing because it's so cold and,
yeah,
you know, it looks fresh. After a day at work. And
okay.
Yeah, so any lager really, any lager I love. The fizz of it, the volume of it, the coldness of it, the slowness of it in terms of it's not harsh like liquor. It's just like a gentle sort of unwind after the hard week. So yeah.
Okay.
So any lager really. Apart from I wouldn't like Stella because I just feel like it's just got negative connotations attached to it. So I feel like that's just not a female's drink. And
okay,
yeah,
really interesting what you've said there. Some great words and descriptions about that. To you, this is a gentle wine from your week.
yeah.
These are all, these are all stories that we tell ourselves. So this is a drink, it's alcohol. Is it a gentle wine? You've somewhere within your subconscious you've got this association that it is, and maybe when you first started drinking that, maybe that's how you saw that you would unwind from the week, and that would be the way to do it. Your way would be to have a lager. So could you crack that open for me, please? And it's Friday, isn't it? The gentle and wine day.
It's Friday. We've got friends coming around tonight. It's my birthday tomorrow. Yeah, but there's also part of me that says, it does take away more than it gives as well. And then you have that conscious, but then come 6 o'clock, the denial, it's thick again of like, I deserve it. Yeah. It's been a hard day,
Yeah. And also with your birthday coming up in a celebration, would this normally be something that you would want on your birthday? Is this something that would be plentiful on your birthday?
Yeah, with friends it'd be celebrate with mass food and alcohol. Okay. Yeah, it would generally be surrounded about food and alcohol, and yeah.
Fantastic. So just want you to just smell that lager for me and just describe what it is you smell. What comes to mind when you smell that alcohol, please?
It's actually not that much of a pleasant smell, but it's like I don't really smell it when I just like summer, breweries, pubs, socializing. Funny enough, I never really go to pubs, but I went to pubs a lot when I was a kid.
Right, okay.
With my dad, and sort of just got that smell of like comfort and
yeah. Did your dad drink lager?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, pints of lager.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. So just want to pop that down for me, please. Obviously it's Friday. I know you've got.
I feel like I want to just give it a swig, like it's a
that.
natural like.
Yeah. So it's Friday. You've had a busy week. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 having a real great desire to drink that, and 0 having no desire, whereabouts are you on that scale?
I'd want to drink. Wouldn't drink in the day, so that's feeling like it's limiting it. But if this was at like 6 o'clock tonight, I'd really want to have it, and would be really upset if somebody was going to take it away from me and tell me I couldn't.
So at the moment, you'd be quite happy to put that in the fridge, wait till you finish work, and sit out in the sunshine and drink that lager.
Yeah.
Right, wonderful. So just reach behind you and just bring that glass of water up for me, please. Thank you. Are you a big water drinker? Is that something that you like to drink?
No, I do enjoy water, but I always find it hard to remember to get hydrated, refreshed, and so I don't prioritise my water drinking, and I wished I did, to be honest.
So when you drink water, how does it taste for you? What, do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy the coolness? What springs to mind when you drink water?
Yeah, I like it. I find it cool, purifying, clean. Just, it's a good thing to do for myself.
Yeah. And would you ever choose water over lager, given the chance?
Never. No way.
So as you sit there now, you would never choose water over lager because that's not got the same feelings, right? Okay, so just pop that down for me, please. So now what I want you to do, I want you to look around control room of your mind. I want you to find another control, and this control reads the word Bex. And once you've found that control, I want you to nod to let me know that you've done that, please. Thank you. So on this control, you've got the numbers 0 to 50. And 0 represents having no desire at all to have that Bex, that lager, that stench of lager. And 50 represents having the biggest desire to open that Bex and drink it on a sociable occasion, on your birthday, to have that feel-good feeling. So 0 is having no desire and 50 is having the biggest desire. And just tell me where you are on that control, please.
40.
Thank you. So I want you to grab that control and I want you to turn it down, push it down, pull it down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And the more that you turn it down, the more that you can smell that stench of that Bex just getting more and more disgusting. Just imagine some maggots crawling around in that Bex and that stench of rotten fish. Just turn it all the way down. Your desire to drink that's just being turned all the way down, push it down, pull it down, whatever you need to do to get it all the way down now. I want you to look at that control and nod to let me know when you've turned it all the way down, and just give me the number that represents where you are now, please.
20.
Thank you. So now I'm going to give you a special key, and as soon as you put that in that control, that desire for Bex is literally going to just dissipate and vanish, because you're going to recognise that Bex is just vile. That taste is that stench of that rotten fish has been mixed into that lager, and the stench, that taste is really vile. So I'm going to give you that key now. As soon as you put it in, that stench of that Bex is going to grow stronger and stronger, and it's going to allow you to turn it all the way down. So push it down, pull it down, turn it all the way down now, all the way down. Turn it down, push it down, whatever you need to do, kick it down to get it all the way down now. Just nod to let me know that you've done that, please. Thank you. Just tell me whereabouts you're on that control between 0, having no desire to drink that Bex, and 50 of the most desire.
Like 5.
5. So I'm going to put a power pack onto that control. As soon as that power pack touches that control, it's going to allow you to turn it even further down, but this time it's just going to feel so easy, as if you was touching a wheel on a child's toy. So 1, 2, 3, turn it down, push it down, whatever you need to do to get it all the way down, pushing it down, pull it down, hit it down, turn it all the way down, now. Then tell me whereabouts you're on that control, please.
0.
Fantastic. So I'm going to give you a lock that in place. It's not going to rise up. And I want you to only imagine a glass of water next to you. I want you to take a drink of that, and you're going to, all those sensations, that horrible taste that have come into your mouth are just going to go away, float away, drift away. Out of sight and out of mind now. So I want you to walk out of the control room of your mind and thank your amazing subconscious mind for the work that it's done for you today. Just as you step in to your special place, I just want to ask, have you got any sensation of that disgusting taste in your mouth now? Just nod yes or cross your head no.
No.
Thank you. So as you walk within your special place, I want you to notice a table. I want you to notice a table. In front of that table is a bar, and on the bar are all the drinks that you might drink when you're socialising, the lager, that smell, that aroma is all on that bar. I just want you to imagine those being lined up. Could be a bottle of Beck's, could be other bottles. Just line it all up, all those lager drinks. I want you to only imagine above it a bucket of swill, and this bucket has come from a pig's farm. So all the guts, all the blood, all that stench, that vile stench of all the feces from the pigs, everything is all within this bucket, and it's a huge, huge bucket. So in a moment, on count 3, I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to tip that bucket, and it's going to land in those drinks, and you're going to see that colour change to a deep red. And that lager smell is going to be mixed in with all this blood and guts. So 1, 2, 3, just see that pouring. And that stench, that overwhelming stench of lager and blood and guts is just absolutely vile. Absolutely vile. You'd have no desire to take one of those drinks. And now in the future, outside of hypnosis, you'll remember this smell, this stench. And whenever you put a glass of lager or a bottle of lager to your lips, so whenever you put it to your nose, you're going to smell this, and that desire to drink lager in the future is not going to be there, because you've changed that story. You know now that vile smell, that vile taste, and lager doesn't serve you. It's not going to get you to where you want to be. You want to really commit to your weight loss, and you've explained that lager stands in your way, so you don't need to worry about that now. Because every time that you think of lager in the future, you're just going to be reminded of this horrid stench of this pig swill. And put some fish guts in there, let some maggots crawl around in there. Let's make it as vile and putrid it could possibly be. I want you to step away and just notice a glass of water next to you. And I want you to just take that water and just feel that refreshment just going down your throat, and all those sensations, all those tastes will just drift away, fade away now. I want to ask you if those tastes of that stench have gone out of your mouth. Have they gone? Have they disappeared? Just nod your head yes. Yeah, thank you, wonderful. So I want you to just walk within your special place. I want you to go to this wonderful, wonderful waterfall. I want you to walk there now. Just see that beauty, that natural beauty of that waterfall. I want you to notice a glass, and you can just dip that glass in the stream that runs away from this waterfall. And you notice that this water is just pure. It's pure, it's refreshing, it's beautiful. And I want you to take a drink of this water and just feel that wonderful energy of that waterfall as it meets your lips. So when you drink water now in the future, it's going to feel absolutely amazing. It's going to energize you. Just feel as you stand there, that waterfall, drinking this water, just feel that energy just come up through your feet, up through your legs, into your chest. And when it meets your taste buds, they're going to just pop, and you're going to like, oh my goodness, this water just tastes so, so amazing. I want you to reach down to the right side of you. I want you to notice the control. And as you turn this up now, that desire to drink water is getting more and more increased. That desire, that taste of that water, it's just so magnificent. And you stand there noticing how magnificent this taste of this water is, and you feel wonderful. You found the answer to that energized feeling, and you're happy to drink this water, this cold water, this soothing water, whenever you see friends, see family, and it really does energize you. It feels and tastes amazing to be drinking water. I want you to pop that down now, and I want you to just take a walk, and you notice near that waterfall is a beautiful, beautiful bed. I just want you to just lie there. Just feel this sense of contentment just flooding your body now as you sit, and just take your ease, and your head just meets this wonderful pillow. Stretch your legs out, just feel that ease, that sense of contentment now. That sense of contentment. I want you to imagine, only imagine, those memories that you have of your dad, with that lager. Oh, wonderful, those wonderful times that you spent with your dad. At the pub, smelling that lager. They're wonderful. They're not going to change. But what truly made those moments special was your time, that quality time with your dad. And I want to speak directly to your subconscious mind and just recognise that lager just so happened to be there. But the true joy in those moments were that quality time that you had with your father. And just connect to that now, and you'll recognise now that when you want to make these fantastic connections with family and friends, that you don't need to have alcohol. Lager doesn't need to be there. And I want to talk direct to your subconscious mind. I want to ask if you're willing to accept this. Just nod your head yes, or cross your head no. Wonderful, wonderful. And just connect to those wonderful memories, and know that you'll go on and create new fantastic memories with your friends and family without that need for lager. It's just simply not something that you need to be around anymore. It's hindering you. You've decided that you want to lose weight, you want to commit to that, and that lager doesn't have any purpose, doesn't have any place in that weight loss journey, in your slimming world journey. In fact, you know that from past experiences that when you've tried to stick to plan, when you've tried to sin your alcohol, that for some reason there's something about lager that just made it quite difficult for you to stick to plan. But this isn't your future self. Your future self is big and it's bright. And I want you to imagine, only imagine, stepping on those scales week after week, knowing that you stuck to plan, and just seeing those scales go in the direction that you want them to go. And maybe if you put a pound on or 2 pounds, you're not going to beat yourself up. You're not going to sabotage your journey, because sometimes we retain water. Sometimes our bodies aren't robots, and it may not stick exactly how you want it to be. You may not see that number that you want to see, but you know exactly how to stick to plan. You know exactly how to choose those foods that are going to nurture your body and nourish your body. And you know exactly how to get to that goal that you want to get to. Your subconscious mind remembers it all. Only this time round, lager's not going to play a role in you getting to target. You know exactly what you need to do to get to target. I'm going to count to 5 now. 1, 2, 3. Maybe like take a nice stretch. 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake, and feeling good. So, do you want to just pick that lager up and see what's happening? I can't see it at the moment. I just want to bring, yeah. So do you want to smell it? See what's going on? Got any desire to put that in your mouth?
It suddenly feels like it's like, even though I know it's cold, I like to think that it's going to taste warm and hot.
Yeah.
Like blood.
Yeah, warm blood. That's not nice, is it? Don't be drinking that. Have you got any desire to put that in your mouth? I don't want you to drink it, but have you got any desire?
No, I almost want to test it, you know, just to see, but no, it doesn't. I'm getting that like kind of, you know, sort of.
How close can you get that to your mouth before you want to retch? Yeah, I can. You put it away now. You can put it. That warm blood's not a nice smell, is it? So just pop that down for me. So when you look at that Bex now, what's the desire between 0 and 10 tonight? Cracking that open and having a drink.
I feel like I'm curious, but I feel like I don't want to test it, if you know what I mean. I'm curious.
So just to focus in this moment then, have you got any desire to drink that?
No, no.
No. So knowing that for you, Friday was, okay, I've had a long week at work, I'm going to treat myself, I'm going to have a lager. Do you look at that lager and think, well, that's going to be a nice treat for tonight when you look at that?
No.
No.
I think it's going to taste funny and upset me.
So I just want you to just pick up that glass of water for me, please. And what comes to mind when you pick up that water?
Healthiness, healthy, clean water. Yeah.
I just want you to take a drink and just see how that feels. I know we've got quite a hot day today.
Yeah, that feels nice. That's clean.
Yeah. So would you rather choose the water over the lager at this moment?
I'll choose the water over the lager at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about tonight when you're thinking about chilling out, you want him to relax after work? In this moment, would you want the water or the lager?
I think definitely not the lager. Not the lager.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is basically just changing the stories. And I think what you explained there was really important. I know that some hypnotherapists work on scripts and they'll sit there reading out a script, but it's really important that, I mean, I don't use scripts. The only tiny bit of script I use is within a virtual gastric band, and that's because of the medical names and the terminology. But it's really important as a hypnotherapist not to work with scripts, but to work with the client and make it bespoke to that client. So it's really important that when I was asking those questions, you mentioned that thing about comfort with your dad. So that's something that I included in there, so that you'll remember that comfort, but not associate that with that drink. And I think that's probably one of the big pulls towards a lager, of that comfort. You know, you've had a hard week at work, and you want that comfort, you want that out breath, and that for you was that remembering that time with your dad and all those things that your subconscious mind knew exactly. You know, it could connect to those things. So it makes absolute sense that lager for you is a comfort. Drink for comfort. Yeah, absolutely. So
Yes.
we have a different weekend ahead, a different birthday weekend.
Yeah, hopefully, because I do think it really does hinder me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to like feel, because I could see myself like on the scales, you know, like feeling like empowered and successful, and like I really like put myself first, you know. I felt good in the scales again, so it would be good to get those feelings coming back regularly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I'm so glad that you joined me just to experience this. And I know in the past that you've been a little bit skeptical about hypnosis and hypnotherapy, but I think having that one-on-one session, you can see the power is there. And that's why I love doing these recordings, because other people can see that also struggle. And I know that, for example, some people might want to swap out lager for spirits because spirits is a lower sin, and then this technique works really well, and it's just a one session technique. Won't help alcoholics that have had you know, traumatic past, or that are trying to numb feelings and emotion. That's a deeper work. But for people that just want to not be attracted to that taste, for somebody that's not, you know, I've got other issues going on, this is a great thing to do, because you know, you recognise that you don't want that lager, you recognise it, but you know, I know that Sim World are quite big on life scripts and the subconscious mind, and they're talking about the subconscious mind. Well, this is how to connect to the subconscious mind. Hypnosis is exactly how to connect to it, and in a very short space time. So people might try and make changes and do that for a number of weeks, and the longer you do it, the easier it is to feel that change. However, some people just can't get off day one or day two, and that's when hypnosis can really help. If you're somebody that's really drawn to this, just like you are, this will really help them. So thank you for joining me, and let me know how you get on.
I still want to have like some gin or something, but now gin feels a bit more appealing, whereas it wasn't before. I couldn't imagine swapping it out, whereas I can imagine it now.
Yeah, and gin is lower sin, isn't it? Is that right?
Just gin and like lots of soda, you know, so it felt more clear and quality than the lager, which just felt quite dirty now.
Yeah, it will do.
And unhealthy.
Yes, it will do. But yes, that's so it's just like a story, you know. I talk about stories quite a lot, you know. My podcast is Simmons Stories. It's, you know, it's all these stories in our head that we create, these live scripts that we have on play, and we believe these things and we invest in them and we make them into a big thing, just like Spielberg would a movie. This is what we do it all our lives, and we hold on to these things, these stories, these belief patterns. And I know for a lot of people associate alcohol with socializing, that feel-good factor, but you know, often you'll hear people that don't drink still go out and enjoy it. It's just that they've not associated enjoying a night out with alcohol. They associate enjoying a night out with being around the friends and dancing and having a laugh. It's just different stories, different associations, and what we can do within hypnosis is really unpick those stories. So thank you for joining me. It's been great.
Thank you.